All right, Thomas, Papa Thug Nasty, are you ready to talk about our first boxing match in Creator Clash? I've actually watched all these matches, but this is your first time seeing them.
Yeah, I haven't seen them before, and we just watched the first one, and it didn't go how I expected it to go. Alright, so we just pulled up the stats for the first round of Creator Clash.
First of all, can we talk about how they just dunked on your boy Matt Watson, talking about he got that crack pipe energy?
Matt Watson was the only one on this round that I was familiar with, and I was happy to see him. They called him a crackhead, which is worth it. Like, he does look like it.
And then also said that he was like a rabid animal. Well, they said he had that crack pipe energy, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, Matt Watson, one half of Super Mega, 26, 6'2", 156 from Charleston, South Carolina. I need to get my battery replaced in my fire detector because I noticed the last knots that we were doing, it was in the background. I was like, dang it. Then we have Dad, or Dad Bot. The only reason I know of him is from MatPat. So he does like film theories about him and stuff, or game theories. I can't remember which channel it is. But he has a lot of lore to his channel. He's 41.
Oh, MatPat does theories about Dad.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like a Poppy-esque character.
Very similar, yeah. Actually, yeah, that's perfect. Just think of Poppy, but as a middle-aged man. Yeah.
This is Poppy's dad. Got it.
That'd be funny if he was Poppy's dad. That'd be a great
Poppy's
time.
dad is canonically Satan.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's
I haven't seen a single video.
I think Poppy's very similar. I think Poppy's also controlled by like YouTube or something of the nature. I know there's the Men in Black or what have you. But yeah, he's much older, very much senior of Matt Watson. He's 41, 6 foot, 158, and he's from Town, USA.
I believe it.
And what's funny is everybody expected Matt Watson to put up a pretty good show. Even the commentators were like, don't blink, it's going to be over quickly, but not in the way you thought. Oh,
yeah, it fucking was. Dad came in, like, landed 30 fucking hits, and Matt couldn't get his bearings. He didn't know what was coming. It was like a fucking fury. I was rooting for fucking Matt.
Yeah.
Oh, my boy.
Yeah, it was something else. I think Dad came out knowing that he was going to have a stamina issue compared to Matt Watson being so much younger. But as he even talked about, he came out with a former WWE wrestler, and he was actually in a pre-WWE reality show, like The Next Best Wrestler or something of that nature. So he does have some kind of physical attributes. So he is kind of connected with the WWE slightly.
It was amazing. Dad came out, and he was doing a whole lot of showboating at the beginning of the round. Whole lot of dancing and then pounding on the ring like a gorilla.
Yes.
And and then right after he was done with that, camera pointed at Matt for a second. It pointed back at Dad, and he was doing his stare down.
Yeah.
Like, trying to be intimidated, but all it looked like was he was out of breath. He was already wore out. I thought if he had to go to round 2, Matt could probably pick it back up. But I didn't know about this TKO rule.
If I'm not mistaken, it's about 6 punches. It varies from referee to referee. There's another match later on. I'm not sure if we're going to watch it. It just depends if you know any of the YouTubers. That it's kind of questionable whether the referee should have stopped it. But more or less, the rule is if you get punched 6 times and it connects and you don't even attempt to punch back, which Matt Watson threw 0 punches. So even like jabs and stuff or attempting to do something, you're considered TKO because you're not fighting back. And basically what happened is once he went into the corner, he turned his shoulder, revealing his back to Dad, and that's kind of like walking away. So another thing is...
The old disengage.
Yeah, you disengaged from the fight. So there is again, I don't know if we're going to see it, because I don't know what YouTubers you know and which you don't. There's another match later on where the guy looks at the referee, like it's mid-fight. He looks at the referee. Does,
help!
Yeah, does the, I don't know what that's called.
Like we're cut it out.
Yeah, like underneath the chin, just waving your hand back and forth like I'm done. It was pathetic. But, if you get punched a few times, you don't want to get punched anymore.
I guess. Some of these guys could have really learned how to take a punch.
Well, you say that, but there's some that had to come in midway because other people dropped out. So there is some people that train for 3 months or so, but some of these people train for an entire year.
And then you have people who have been training for a year going up against someone who's only been training these last 2 months.
For a few months, yeah. And they try to even it out, and you'll see the people that's only been training for a few months, they are significantly more active than the YouTuber they're fighting that's been training for a year. And you'll see that later on where it's like, oh, okay, well, it evens out a little bit. You know, he might not be a boxer, but at least like the other guys, like he goes to the gym. Yeah.
Do they do like the extra heavyweight division? Do we get to see like Boogie fighting Wings?
Oh my God. I'm so glad you brought that up. This boxing Creator Clash event is created by iDubbbz, but it is ran by Real Good Touring, which is Eagle Raptor's company.
I hope iDubbbz going to make a lot of money out of this.
He probably did. I think it all goes to charity.
Content. Oh, it all goes to charity?
Yeah. iDubbbz isn't hurting
that's
for money.
good,
But there is another boxing promotion by Kellen Keemstar, and he doesn't have YouTubers in any kind of shape. He just wants to throw some fat people in the ring and fight. One of them is Boogie versus Matt Hassel.
Matt Hassel. Oh, yeah.
The guy that
almost got shot at Boogie's fucking house?
Yep.
Yeah, the inventor of the Hassel Doctrine. It's fucking ridiculous. That whole story is lame.
But there was a guy named Ethan Ralph. I'm sure you're not familiar with him. He, I guess, technically is a right-wing commentator. I hate him. Effing Efren from the podcast hates him. We just want him to get beat up. He's actually got beaten up twice in Portugal. So, you know, he puts on a tough guy act.
On the same trip to Portugal?
No, two different trips.
He went back to Portugal to get
beat up again.
I wonder if he'll go back.
I hope so. He always takes L's. So actually, me and Efren were debating of physically assaulting him when he came to Dallas. So we could have been that person. But at the bowling alley that he was hosting his event at, this is right after Efren got his car towed, so we weren't able to go there. But a person that looked just like Anthony or El Pollo Loco on the podcast ended up punching him for us. So
good.
I like to think it was Anthony, and he just hasn't admitted it.
Canonically, in my head, it's just Anthony.
Yeah. But yeah, so hopefully Fat Brawl will happen at some point.
Got my fingers crossed.
But in boxing, technically, there's no extra heavyweight. That's why Ego Raptor and Epic Mealtime will be fighting the heavyweight. I think it starts at like 225 and it just goes up forever. That's why Butterbean still is a heavyweight, even though it's like 380 pounds.
Butterbean does good, though.
In the first 3 rounds, yeah. He gets tired.
if you can just avoid him for 3 rounds.
That's how people have beaten him.
Damn.
The thing is that he's also done kickboxing and MMA, and I'm like, how? How do you get back up when you're that large?
I like to think he just like does a breakdancing move. And his legs go really crazy all around him, and then he's just standing up.
So how does it feel to be a Super Mega fan?
Well, it's feeling not too great right now. There's a bunch of losers, apparently.
You get beat by
a musician and a robot dad. Kind of lame. I was rooting for them both rounds. Both rounds I got disappointed. Ryan put up a hell of a fight this time.
Yeah, that definitely was not a close match. So we had the cuter half of Super Mega, Ryan MAGEE, at 26 years of age, 5'11", 181 from Columbia, South Carolina. And then we had Alex ERNST, which neither one of us knew who that was, 25, 6'2", 187. So significantly taller and a little heavier too. We noticed that Alex came in, threw a lot more power punches, connected a lot more of his jabs, and Ryan just kind of took a beating, got some good ones in.
Whenever he made contact, he was trying to make contact with some heat.
Yeah, and then the last match, he knew that he was down by score, and he came in looking to try to get that knockout and just couldn't get it. He was swinging, he was connecting, he was...
Yeah, he knew if he didn't get that knockout, he was going to lose 5 points, for sure.
Most definitely. Yeah, Alex got a few points taken off from a lot of back of the heads. Instead of like punching him and curving his hand to punch the side of his head or his ear, he was basically kind of slapping him. He didn't open palm, so his fist would wrap around and hit the back of his head behind the ear. We noticed that a lot. But Ryan, I think, had like 2 or 3 knockdowns where he got hit multiple times and fell to the ground. He was also bleeding profusely, so words are hard.
They were both bleeding, but Ryan was definitely bleeding more.
Yeah, the last match, they didn't even like wipe him off. He had like blood all over his armpit and stuff. I don't watch Super Mega, but I used to watch Syndigo when they were with Markiplier before Daniel committed suicide. And Ryan did say that he was doing this for his dad that recently passed away, I guess. So that was nice. He also has a tattoo of the Iron Giant next to the moon on his back. So that's interesting. Yeah.
I like Super Mega for the music. I'm all about the blonde boys and
The Blonde Boys. Yeah, I
Sex with My Dad.
yeah, no, that's I can't get through that song. That was one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life. And I listen to a lot of really strange songs. You know, I listen to a lot of
Lonely Island.
Lonely
shit
Island,
like that.
gay rap parodies. You know,
I like gay rap parodies.
Yeah.
Those are really good.
the newest one, the rock one, is rap. I think the actual rap is "We Gotta Rip Their Face Off."
Oh yeah, like it's about drive. It's about power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, "We gotta suck them off. We're coming. We gotta suck these boys off. It's about nut. It's about dick. It's."
That's solid.
The solid stuff. Yeah. But yeah, it was sad to see Ryan lose, but yeah, he put up a hell of a fight. He definitely brought Super Mega back out.
We gon' suck their dicks off. It's about dick, it's about penis. Men are from Mars, but I'm from Venus. Put it in the butt, stick 'em in the shower, and take what's ours.